Yes. Welcome back to that Dragon's Den podcast. And today is a special day, people, man. Y'all already know what it is. We got plenty of gaming news. We got a great guest, my block brother from another mother. This man is on a sensational podcast called the Iron Lord Podcast. He's also a DCX. He also has an excellent king of statue show. I call him the Sultan of Statues because this man, envious as hell at them damn unboxings. Yeah, we got my man King David in the building. You already know what it is. King, what's good with you, bro?
You know what it is? Another wonderful Saturday in Trollandia. I got these Sony dudes running for cover, ducking and hiding. Generals don't come out no more. Don't at me no more. They got their little minions now trying to grab up the mantle. They getting smashed, thrown in the bushes. It's a terrible scene going on in these streets right now. It's terrible.
We gonna start it off with some light subjects, man. But before we do something, we gonna. I know most people may know who you are, man. But I got some questions for you to ask personally. You know you my brother from another mother, man. But some things I just don't know about you. Like I asked most of the guests this. What was the game that made you say I'm gonna do this until it's over for me? What was that game for you?
Pong.
Oh damn, that's my game.
Said, what game was it? It was the only game with Channel 3 with the sticks and the pads. Pong. What the hell's wrong with you?
You know.
Everyone say hello to my boy King David from ILP.
Revolutionary for us, man, as kids. And what's crazy is it was so simplistic. And it took our generation, you born in the 70s, by storm. I mean, it was amazing to see the dot go across the screen and hit a rectangle pretty much. Yeah, all right. So what is your favorite console of all time?
Neo Geo.
Really? Which one? The one with the $300 cartridges?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It separated the men from the boys.
You know
when I walked in there and purchased the $500-$600 console, and every other week I'm buying $250 games at the age of 14 and 15 years old. You know, actually, I was a little bit longer in the tooth. I think I was probably like 17, 18 probably. I don't know. Whatever the age that was, it didn't even matter. It just separated the men from the boys while dudes was playing on Genesis, and you know, my cartridge cost more than your whole collection.
That's a
type
fact.
of thing. It was a status thing because you got to say early 80s, you know, late 80s, early 80s. It was all about what you had, to be honest with you. So if you was rocking some shell top Adidas or some suede Pumas or some British Nikes, it was British Nikes, right? Yeah.
British
Walkers. British Walkers. Right. Yeah, you was rocking some British Walkers. And when you had your pinstripe Lees with the permanent crease in it, you know, and your name belt and your rope chain and your Kango hat and your Kizelli's on with the no lenses, you understand, you break dancing on cardboards and stuff like that. You had your tracksuits on, or you had your lottos on, stuff like that. It was a different world. We live in a different world.
Remember that?
Yes. Remember those lottos?
The store called Playboy.
Yes. So it's a different
world. Lived in those stores.
When Timberland came out with the what was that? The rhino skin boots
with the 40 belows.
Yes,
40 belows.
It was a whole different game.
It cost $500 a day. That was crazy. Yeah, bro, man. I had a short stint with that Neo Geo system too. Them $200 to $300 cartridges was expensive as hell. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. At least you got exactly what was in the arcade. It was
exactly.
No shortcuts. It was no
shortcuts. That's the only reason why I got it. Well, that and the fact that I just want to separate myself from individuals that was around me. You know, it was just I don't know. Like I said, I grew up in that era where I was rolling with some real heavy hitters, some real crazy dudes. So the situation is we had pocket change to burn. Like, so pocket change to burn, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna go get the same thing the next man got. I'm trying to get the same something different.
Next level.
I'm trying to be in a different lane. So when I went to the store and old boy was like, oh, this is this, and this is how much this costs, and this is what you saw in the arcade. I'm like, all right, give me that.
Right.
And give me that, give me all those games or whatever. And then, it changed when the CD came out and, stuff like that. But it was always every console that came out, I purchased it for myself. I had a lot of stories, dudes talking about, oh, my mother put a Nintendo under my Christmas tree, and my mama did this, or my daddy, he came back from work. First of all, I had no daddy, my mom was on welfare. All right, so all that everything was me. Right. So from the age of 9, 10, whatever, that Pong, that was me. That Atari 2600, that was me. That Atari 5200, that was me. So I've been doing whatever I had to do to get what I had to get when I was younger anyway. Right. So it really didn't matter. So I went every console that ever came out, I had. Period. Be it handheld, be it console, whatever it was. Every Atari system, all the way up to the Jaguar, when they left out, had that. I didn't get this VCS crap. I wasn't going to do that. Right. Every Sega console had that, from the Master System to the last one, the Dreamcast. Every Nintendo console had that, even the Famicom from Japan. I was getting cartridges before they was even out here in America. PlayStations had those before they came over here. When they was here, had them every launch. And a lot of these bogus dudes, they get it 2-3 years down the line. No, I got it launch day. If it launched in Japan that day, I got it launch day.
Facts. So,
I was never, want to find it. I had Vectrex, all that stuff. It was just, I was a gamer of pure heart, but, a hustler to the core. So, and those things, they meet, hip hop, our culture, how everything is, dudes putting, $500 on the line for double dribble. We playing double dribble. Yeah, and the cartridge messed up. You got to blow the cartridge. Nah, all bets stay. Stuff like that. It was a different era. Is a different thing. I was in the arcade when Street Fighter came out, and you throw your quarter up on there. On 42nd Street down to 42nd Street when you can go in. Remember when you was able to walk through? It was the biggest one they had down in the middle of 42nd Street. That's when 42nd Street was what it was.
When it was lit.
Yes, like what it was. It was dangerous. It was amazing. It was everything all in one breath. Facts. And it was the one big arcade. They had both doors open, and you were able to walk in and walk through to the other side.
That's right.
But they had like 200-300 arcade machines there, sit downs, everything. They had everything there. So if you weren't playing video games in your house, you were trying to get down to 42nd Street down there, to get to these arcade games, to see this stuff. That's when I first saw Mortal Kombat when I was downtown. And I saw a finish. I heard finish from, and I saw all these people was around it. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What's this? And I'm looking, and the graphics was like, I'm like, oh, they look real. Like, what's going on? And then he said, finish him. First in my head, I said, how did he know how to do that? Because this wasn't no internet. This wasn't back in the day. Right. We didn't have no internet. Yeah. So how the hell this dude knew how to take the dude heart out his chest, or how you knew how to rip off the spine or burn somebody? So it intrigued me, and these dudes kept their secrets, and then you start finding out. Then that's when I found out about EGM, Game Pro, magazines like that. Yeah. So Game Fan was the premium book. Like that was the $5 premium book.
Facts.
Facts. It was on good paper. They had all the new information.
The illustration was amazing in that book. You was like, you didn't even throw them out. We all saved them. Like we
saved them, stacked them up. Exactly. Hell yeah. Well, $5. See, people don't understand. $5 right now to date, your $5 ain't worth anything.
Facts.
Back then, $5? You have $5. You have 500 penny candies. You have $5. you, you was playing video games in the arcade for a second. $5 meant something back then. $5, you get a loaf of bread and cheese.
What
and
about the spot on 14th Street with the hot dogs? $5 went a long way. What was that spot called?
Are you talking about papaya?
Oh my! You can get a whole
papaya. $5? You was eating good.
$2 a burger and a drink. You was good.
Boy, you was playing. Swollen bellies. Okay. So it's different, man. So for that book to be $5, those were collector's items to us. But it also separated you again. That's my whole thing. The separation from the men and the boys. This is a huge difference. And that culture and that mentality stays with us to this day. Right. If you talk to anybody of my age, my demographic, my circumstances, we about separation. We're not trying to be part of a whole. We don't. Where I'm from, we didn't do no gangs. You understand? Right. So we weren't trying to belong to something, because we wanted to be individuals. We were about standing out. We put our outfits together before we walked out the house. You had your diddy bop. It was you, individuality. Yeah, and if you didn't stand out, you wasn't chosen. We was trying to be chosen by these girls out here in these streets, and they choose you. You wasn't going out choosing a girl. Don't ever get it messed up, dudes. To this day, you ain't choosing nobody. She choosing you. Don't get it messed up.
But back in the days, when I used to import real heavy, man, I had most of my systems was imported, and then I bought the American version. And like you said, the ground was definitely real. But I used to go to Penguin Village a lot to get a lot of Japanese
Elizabeth
games.
Street.
Right. I used to get Street Fighter. If it wasn't in the United States yet, they had it. Whatever game in the arcade that was on fire in Japan, they would import the system for us to take advantage of and play early. And dudes was like, "What game you talk about?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, I was playing Street Fighter." They was like, "What? You mean Fighting Streets?" I said, "Yeah, that's the first part. They got a new one with new
Street Fighter 2.
Right, yeah. Right. That's what we went through in New York, man. All right, we're gonna jump into these topics. We're gonna burn this one real quick, man. I thought this was crazy. We heard that E3 was going to charge for digital content behind scenes besides showing the free, and they immediately retracted that. My question to you is, being that they on their last legs, what do you think that decision would have done to them? Do you think that would have finished them?
E3 is finished anyway. In this post-COVID era, it's done anyway. It's a social event. It's an event where you moving shoulder to shoulder.
Facts.
The fact when they started charging to get into E3, that was the downfall of E3 right there anyway. It used to be only for media. When we were going and it was only media, you had the time of your life. That's when they were dying to get attention, dying to be heard, dying to be different, dying to be seen. I'm talking about developers. I'm talking about the people that was on the floor. It was a different environment. Once they allowed the populace in, because they wanted to capitalize on the monetary gain that they can get from the visibility. Once that happens, see, it's ways for you to capitalize on visibility opposed to charging the populace, and as the marketing manager of Iron Lord's podcast, I would have did it a whole lot different. And when they changed that model to a business model to gain, monetary gain, it watered down the product. It lessened the impact of E3, because that's when Gamescom became a bigger staple because of how they conducted it, opposed to how E3 conducted it. E3 was more or less, this what their brand was the elite of the elite. You had a lot of journalists that would go in and get these exclusive interviews, and that's why you tuned into E3. but Gamescom was open to the populace, and that's why they were able to hold that title as far as populace goes. You know, it the digital thing, they're trying to catch up to Jeff Keighley because he mastered the pivot.
Mm-hmm.
He knew where it was going ahead of time. He saw the downfall of E3. He predicted it properly, and he put himself in position where he can gain from their pitfalls. And he actually did so. And that's the only thing that's right. I always tell people, wherever there's a void, something will step into that void and fill that void into a greater capacity. With the death of Sega, Sony stepped into that void and, chewed took that spot. But then also Atari fell, and you had 3DO, and you had Microsoft and stuff like that. So every time one falls, the next one steps up and jumps into that position. So whatever happens with E3, it will fall to the wayside. And I feel that spot is already taken by Jeff Keighley's Game Awards.
Now,
I think that is where everything else is going, and he's teaching the media how to consume digital information at a different rate with his summer of games.
Now, what do you think they can save it? What do you think they can bring it back? Because
It's dead.
Well, damn.
It's dead.
Damn, son.
It won't
like
save it. It won't save itself. I say it's like this. It's like a crackhead. It can't save itself unless it's willing to completely change. The drug of money.
Facts.
They are still trying to get back that money. You don't ever get back money, right? You don't ever get back a loss. A loss is a loss, period. So either you chuck it up as a loss and you move on and you try to figure out how to pivot from that. But they saw record amounts of money, got greedy, raised prices the next year, did more stuff that didn't make any sense the next year. And instead of keeping it for a week, media, or at least 4 days, give media 4 days. Open E3 on that Friday, give media up until Monday, Tuesday, and then for the rest of the 2 days, charge the populace to come in.
Right.
If they would have did it that way, they would have pleased both crowds. They would have pleased the media, that the media had their time, because whenever you're at these shows, you're walking around seeing people. This is not everybody think I'm on vacation when I go to these places. I'm not on vacation. I'm working. I'm conducting interviews, editing, uploading. It's so many different things that you're trying to do, and half the time you don't get all the stuff that you want done.
You can't.
Well, yeah, 1 year I posted up 75 different videos, 75 different interviews. That means 75 different edits, and I still didn't get all the games that I wanted on the floor, or all the developers that I did want to see in that period of time. So, they needed to cater to the journalists, the people that's working, and then worry about the populace. And they're not willing to make that pivot. They're not willing to make that shift. It's dead. If you continue to do the same thing, that's the definition of insanity, expecting different results, you're done.
Facts.
So,
Facts. What did you think about that exclusive $1,000 ticket to have those, to get those sit downs? Like, I was
okay, so
I'm a smaller content creator, so I was like, I'm paying it to get those one-on-ones.
It was. Shout out to my man J-Dub, right? Because I told J-Dub in the background, because he was going to get the $1,000 ticket. I don't know if he actually did it, but I said, brother, it's not worth it. They're promising smoke and mirrors. They're telling you that you'll be able to dine in this area with the journalists and stuff like that.
Right.
When you go to this dining area, this is what's happening. Yet their heads are down. They're shoving food in their mouth. They're editing videos. They're editing whatever. They're setting up interviews. They're coordinating with their team. They literally have no time for you. So if you think you're going to have an interview with a developer or a journalist or something at that period of time, that's null and void. So there goes the worthless part of that ticket. All right. So now that what you got out of that ticket, all I saw that you were able to get out of that ticket was you were eating in the lounge. That's it.
That's $1,000 lunch break.
It's ridiculous. It didn't give you any real perks that I saw as a person that goes to E3, that been to every E3 I've been to was every fan fest, every behind the scenes. I was there as journalist, I was there as fan fest. I had both passes, so I was able to move in between as a fan and as business. So I didn't see the viability in the $1,000 ticket. It was just it was just a capitalization on people FOMO.
I was about to pull that trigger real quick.
Nah. I would have told you don't do it. But again, you know, somebody has to experience their own to understand why certain things aren't, you know, viable or whatever.
Right. All right. We see that bridge might be burnt completely because King is giving them no love today. And if y'all like my attire and you would like one of these nice Iron Lord hockey jerseys, they're gone.
Oh, no, you ain't getting that. That's exclusive. That's exclusive. That was made to order, and that was made by me. So that's not physically by me. You can forget that. But yeah, you know, the shirts that I wear. You know, we have our Teespring store. I encourage guys to go to the Teespring store and go check out some stuff. Go get it. You know, knock yourself out. But at the same time, if you see a lot of our stuff, like you see those patches on his arm, only way for you to get those patches is through me.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
First time I put it on, I said, "This is a great occasion. Let me support this Iron Lord exclusive gear."
Yes, sir. Yes. It's. I always find it. And how can I say it? I find it very important to let the people know that's around you that they matter. The only way you can do that is you have to separate them from the individuals that don't matter.
Damn, King.
Right? I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact. You have your friends that, you know, you're all groups of friends, but there's certain friends that you let in your house and certain friends that you don't.
That's a fact.
There's certain friends that you invite to certain things and there's certain friends that you don't. It's not because of you don't like these friends or you don't love these friends, but these friends is a separation. You know, people don't learn how to separate them. You can't teach, you know, treat everyone the same because there's no level of exclusivity.
Everyone say hello to my boy King David
when I
from
call you my block
ILP.
brother, I call you my block brother for a reason.
That's definitely,
you know, and what I did when we got to that rooftop party, you was rocking your beautiful shirt. And what I said,
yo, I paid $200+ for this polo shirt.
Yeah, God bless, take it off.
Right.
God bless, take it off. Put on this shirt, there we go. You know, we part of a team. There's no iron team, you know. It's part of a team. So it's all about visualization. Now, Iron Lords is you know, it comes from extension from our brand of Channel 5. You know, Channel 5 consists of, I don't know, it's probably 30+ members, to be honest with you. We like the Wu-Tang.
Right.
Crazy.
Right.
So we all come together, but Iron Lords, it's like the culmination of Channel 5. But when all Channel 5 dudes link, the stories are immense. The callbacks is crazy. Right. We all move as one team, you know. So awesome, you take that same mentality. That same mentality must be prevalent in anything that you do. You know, right. I got into this the podcasting because of you know, Lord Attic and my cousin Lord Cognito. And I wouldn't be doing it
all the time too. They always got to reaching out to me. They always doing something.
Yeah, because because they know that you're an extension of me.
Facts.
You understand? Like,
facts.
You being an extension of me allows them to feel comfortable enough to do whatever.
Right.
Oh, Lemon calling? What's up? That's extension of Date. You know, that because I make that known, you know, to people that matter, like you, Tim Dog, Megatron, people that matter. You know, Boom. You know, is Hot Monkey Loving. That's my ace. Right, like, you know, is people that matter. Not saying that everybody isn't loved. You know, you
Right.
give love, but then there's different
tiers to
tiers.
it. There's different tiers. I tried.
There we go.
Let me shout out my brother Six Slay in the chat. You know, I tried to bring this up to him on how I give my peoples the full extension of support of this dude, and then they reach out to him and be like, "Yo, listen, come do this podcast. Come do this."
Exactly.
It doesn't come with easy. Doesn't like these relationships we develop don't come easy.
Exactly.
You know we in a dog eat dog situation with these certain individuals, and when somebody reaches their hand out and say, "This is my brother," them dudes pull you in that circle. He's good to go. You know what I'm saying? I tried to explain that to him, but shout out to my boy Sick in the chat, and shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all getting it lit, man. Yeah, you got two titans in here. It's gonna get heated up in a minute, but yeah, we're gonna get to this next topic, man. And like I said, David, man, you are my block brother. You definitely extended it out. You know, the reach. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just the things we do. The conversations we have. When I was sick, shout out to Megatron. Y'all two dudes came to bat for me. You even cursed me out.
Yeah, get your ass back upstairs in that house. Go look out the window. You want fresh air? Stick your head out the window.
That was funny as hell. But look, this subject, man, is really for you, particularly because being that I think the Iron Lords are like the Destiny banner holders or something. Y'all dudes are moguls when it comes to that game. Y'all know every single thing, especially Addict and that damn Cognito. Woo! They'll run you through that game and get you to where you need to be. But this is about Bungie, a secret game, supposed to be dropping in 2025.
Yeah.
And it might be an extension of a Destiny universe. Tell me what you might think it might be and give me opinions on that.
What I think I might be, so you want me to play ignorant? All right.
Yes. You might be underneath ADA in here. I don't.
Nah. Actually, I'm not. No, nobody told me to shut up. How can I word this? All right. So the game is gonna be a nice game. It's gonna be probably in the vein of how you play Destiny and stuff like now, the stuff that you see right now. You know, of course, better graphics, of course, better quality of life things. You see a lot of these quality of life things in Outriders that they changed. So you can look towards a lot of those quality of life things being extended towards Destiny with their extensive level of first person control, you know, third person handling when, you know, because you do go to third person in that game a lot. They know how to do the looter shooter genre like no other. I mean, they took the mantle from Diablo and they moved it forward to a point where, you know, they understand how to create that buzz. So they're real good with it. So I expect that game to have that same type of mentality. What I do expect is the next game to be exclusive.
Really?
All right. And I do expect their next game to be exclusive to a platform. Now, in saying that is exclusive to a platform, I believe that the platform will be as flexible and as mobile as any platform that you've ever seen. Now, you can extrapolate that any way that you like.
That sounds like Game Pass and xCloud on the go.
You know, you can extrapolate that any way you like, but the level of flexibility with said platform makes it viable where it's applicable to any place that can
have internet.
Yeah, I'm trying to word it in a way that that is ambiguous,
Internet
but it's still
access?
direct. Yes, you know, any okay. So it's flexible and applicable to any place that's willing to accept the terms that it's given. You understand? So if any platform would love that new game from that mythical developer, then they will have to be able to facilitate that. So it won't be exclusive to a specific console, because I honestly believe the platform is flexible enough that it bends that rule.
Mm, mm. Well, that's exciting to hear.
I'm pretty sure I gave people a lot without giving them too much with giving
Oh, you
you
gave him
insight.
enough. You
Yeah,
gave him. You gave him a gumbo bowl full of information. So you do it now. Y'all listen to this and do what y'all want with it, and
exactly.
don't take to the Twitterverse and put your foot in your ass. But
Well, find me in 5 years and check out my track record on everything that I told you, dudes. Check out my track record. Then look at your favorite dude that you follow or whatever, and then check out his track record and bounce that back off me.
I know we had that question about that little powerful box you got a couple of in your house. The
Which one? The
S.
PlayStation 5?
No, the
Oh,
Series S. We had
I
this
was joking, man.
conversation, and
Yeah.
I know I can't wait to the last segment. But yeah, so pay attention when this man speaks. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention when this man speaks. It's a good brother. What did you think about what just happened on Twitter with the popular franchises being won by Xbox brand? And will you be picking up a refrigerator? Because I'm straight trying to
if
pay
I
out that day
if I
one.
could get my hands on it, actually, I was about to DM a couple of people right now, because I have a couple of favors, so I'm calling them my
Your
favors.
favorites, huh?
It's just certain little things. I don't ever bother nobody, regardless to what.
Right.
I rather earn everything I get. When I see certain content creators get a Xbox Series X, you earned it. In my opinion, you earned it. If I never got one, directly from Microsoft, then I didn't put in the work enough to be recognized to get one,
Facts.
and I'm gonna have to work a little bit harder. So when anybody's a little salty that certain people got one, then obviously you need to look at yourself, invert that mirror,
right.
and you work a little
That's
bit
right.
harder, and you put out better content. If you don't feel that you're on, that person didn't deserve something, that's kind of weird too. That's another form of pocket watching. But
Right.
what you do is you pick yourself up by your bootstraps and you work a little bit harder so you can get recognized too. That's where the separation of individuality, back to what I was saying before, comes in. But hell yeah, I want a refrigerator.
Yeah, me too.
Hell yeah, I want a refrigerator. Why? Because it was a joke.
I bought the drink without the refrigerator. I had that
You out of
last week.
control.
I did.
You talk about the Rock drink.
I still
The
got
Rock.
them. I bought 2
Yeah,
cases.
that's the Rock's drink.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Hey, listen, he went out. He showed it in the fridge. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna support one or the other, or both. So hopefully we get a chance. Aaron put out that tweet that if they win, they're gonna put this.
they beat them.
Production. Yeah, they won. So
listen, let me tell you something, and this is what I like about marketing right now. And especially shout out to Aaron Greenberg, shout out to Greeny. He got a shirt from me too personally. I gave it to him personally. Because Greeny has definitely helped me a lot.
facts.
So shout out to Greeny, and I like to see and I like to give him his roses while he's here. I take my hat off to you, sir, for all the stuff that marketing has been doing. I take my hat off to you, sir, because you guys have turned this ship around and no longer looked at as the jokes in marketing. You guys are marketing your asses off. From taking the joke that they had with the refrigerator and turn it into an actual mini fridge. That's pure genius, sir.
Yeah,
that is
I got
absolute pure genius.
I gotta have it in my studio, no question.
And then turning the brand around in the way that you guys are going about marketing, it's night and day. And I truly appreciate all the hard effort and work that you guys are putting forward as far as the brand goes, and take ownership of the brand, because it's a beautiful thing to watch it evolve and turn into this beautiful kaleidoscope of what we imagine it to be.
Right. I think the way they taking in marketing now, a lot of people say, oh, I don't see them on TV, but TV's not the biggest thing that's watched them on. It's really YouTube.
Yeah,
and
it's Instagram.
They're all over
YouTube, Twitter,
Instagram,
yeah.
right? Like they're dropping these commercials. I think the new Falcon and the Winter Soldier commercial,
that was a good one. Good marketing.
That was great. And then the second part was better.
Yeah, it's what they're doing.
The right
what people don't understand is You have to throw away these antiquated views on how marketing was done, these antiquated views on how game sales and stuff is tallied up, and the old business models don't work in this century. It doesn't. And when we hit this century, this 2020, this century, these things that we doing going forward now, it's a digital age. We're in a digital environment, right? You are an Android yourself. When you walk around with your cell phone, you have tracking, you have GPS as far as where you're going to new locations, you have video and voice, you have the world at your fingertips. You are a living computer, right? And Bluetooth, and it's just so many stuff that we used to see on Star Trek and stuff that we seen. This stuff is happening.
Right.
We live in a police state where, and y'all don't understand it, but every corner on every street light there's a camera.
That's a fact.
Now on every door, mostly you have a camera. Mostly in every household. If you own a house and you don't have a security system that has a camera inside and outside, I don't know what you're doing, but you're in a police state
108
environment,
Dragons
right?
TV welcomes everyone.
Eyes in the sky. So there's eyes in your hand, listening, watching, and doing, right? It's moving society into a complete digital space. Right. So we are no longer operating in the shadows where we can only consume information broadcast through a TV tube that's in front of us when we sit down or when we have the time to sit down. We're consuming information 24 hours a day. Even in your sleep, your phone is taking data because your phone knows when you sleep and when you get up. It learns your habits, it learns your behaviors, it learns everything. So your data is being transferred and uploaded and downloaded. So the way we consume stuff is completely different. They're trying to market to you every bit of the day. And just that little few minutes that you get in front of that television is not enough for them to push the product or whatever they need to push on you through that. They push it through emails, they push it through text messages. You ever get a text message in your phone? I got a text message the other day. I was talking to my nutritionist on how to cut a couple of pounds because I'm going to the gym and I don't want to lose muscle. So we're working on a meal plan that way, right? Tell me why I got a text message. Do you want to cut at least 29 pounds? I'm like, where the hell was this from? I had to block this. But I'm just saying,
somebody's watching me.
Yeah, exactly. Your information is being chucked up to someplace and somebody done intercepted that. But we're in a situation where we consume things differently. So if they say Microsoft isn't doing commercials, you're not looking.
Facts.
You're not looking.
That's a fact.
Because I get it all the time.
I get it all the time. I'll be like, I don't know. Well, I see, that new Bethesda commercial, which is part of this gameplay.
Beautiful.
Is everywhere.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. That's like they just taking a knife and just twisting a little bit and then pulling it out and then busting it on top of your head.
And they tell you 20 games in Game Pass right now. Beautiful.
They're definitely hitting their mark to me, man. They're definitely hitting this mark to me. Now, I want to talk about these $500 goddamn headphones.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
You're gonna separate the teams for real, right?
Beautiful.
They got a natural bamboo band in the top, and it has lamb skin leather.
People don't know what lambskin is.
Nah.
Don't
for longevity.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to them. Come on, let's get it. Come on, let's get it.
This is pretty much a Bentley of headphones. So, will you be indulging in these activities?
I just got off a voice chat today with an individual that could facilitate the situation for me. All right, so check it out. Microsoft is hitting on all cylinders. You have the $100 headsets, which is a premium situation for a $300 console. You go in there. See, Microsoft is taking care of you. Let's say you can't find the S in the store, but you can find it through their program. that I forgot the name of that program that they have where you can buy a console. It's sort of like a type of get it
It's like,
now
yeah,
and pay
yeah,
later
the leasing program
type
they got.
of. What is it called?
It's at least to own.
Oh yeah, we know it to
$24.99 a
be at
month,
least owned, but they have
and
a name for
24
it.
months. I can't think of the name either. 24
Yeah.
months, but it's everywhere in GameStop. That being that they help GameStop out, it's all over the store.
Well, yeah,
After
they own a
24
stake in
months, you
GameStop.
own it. The Game Pass is including it in with it. You
Right.
got the console.
So let's say
Excellent.
you go inside the store. You can literally go inside the store, pick up the console, pick up
Hold on. Shout out to
1
Budgie
gig
Belvedere. He says it's called All Access.
all access. Thank you. So you can go in there, pick up the console, pick up a memory card, pick up the headset, an extra controller because you don't need any games because you got Game Pass.
Facts.
For the next, what is it, 5 years, something like that. You're paying on this stuff. I think it's 5 years or 3 years or 2 years. It's 2 years. It's 2 year plan like your phone. Playing like your phone, and you walk out and you probably spend $400 for S. Probably $500 for an X. Now, if you want these premium headsets, you add that up. You get the console. You're going in. You're spending close to, I say, like around $700. With all that packaged in.
Facts.
Now, let's say you want to purchase the console outright and do this stuff. You can do that. Is options. And now for the premium audio file, this is an option. This is not a mandatory thing. If you have $500 in these hard times right now, and you want the cleanest audio that you can get, I'm a audio connoisseur. I have a Bose surround sound system. I used to have the Bose 32 and the Bose 64.
Mm-hmm.
When they got antiquated, I took those down, sold those, and got the Bose surround sound system that gives me the same fidelity coming through. Right. When I have my headsets on, I got my Riggs 850s.
Excellent.
Because we are sponsored by Plantronics. And if you're listening and watching me with my JBLs or my what's that Dr. Dre joints, his Beats by Dre's,
right.
I'm always in an audiophile type of thing. So yeah, these headsets intrigue me to the point where, like you said, lambskin leather. Yeah, I like that. I like that on my head. My head likes to feel the smoothness.
Yeah, I was like, lambskin. Oh, this is what we're doing now. Oh, we're gonna have to need a gold edition.
Yes. The only problem I have with it is it doesn't have any audio mic protruding from it, and it does area optic thing that's like a lot of Bluetooth do.
Right.
So sometimes that stuff is hit or miss. So I want to see what it does. But if I can get my hands on it, which I said I reach out and have that conversation again today. Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, that in the fridge. I'm gonna have to Roger coattail.
If it's that or the fridge is first.
Oh, the fridge is first. The fridge is first.
Yeah.
The fridge is over. The fridge is over.
My headsets still waiting for my $100 headsets to show up.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Well,
shout out to Sick. He got him from my B-Day. Good looking big brother. Oh, little big brother because he's a little bit taller than me, or maybe he's taller than me. I don't know.
I'm back ordered on that.
Oh wow. Now we got 2 more subjects left, man. And I need what do you call Phil? Because I don't want to mess it up. Because I call
Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, sir.
Yo, I love it, but I just call him Philosaurus Rex because it's so easy.
That's your title for him. If it's in the prehistoric days. See, people don't understand how I came to this naming of him. Real recognized real.
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, I knew he was real from the rip. Real recognized real. I've been around a lot of fake people in my life, and I've been around a lot of real dudes. I'm talking about real dudes. See, a lot of you guys get mixed up with words that people speak, and you think that categorizes them as real, right? Now, if you've been around enough real people in this world and a lot of fake people in this world, they move in a certain manner. Thanks. A real dude moves in a different manner. When I met him, it was certain things that he did that allowed me to know, oh, he a real dude. He a real dude. I said, okay, so he got to meet these check marks. Now, what they did in ancient Roman days, when you hit marks, you got titles.
Right.
So when he first hit his first mark, it was Phil Dominus Spencer. When he hit his next mark, it was Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer. And he had that for a while.
Right.
He got Aurelius, and Aurelius means golden. When he hit another mark, now everybody's like, "Yo, but King, he has to. The fight is over. I told you had to win the generation. The fight is over. This is the first time in the history of a console war. Before the consoles hit the streets, the fight was done, and the fight was done because he changed the metrics. He changed how you view winning and losing.
That's a fact.
He already knew Game Pass was at X amount of million, 15 million. That means you already have a pre-installed base of Xbox. Game Pass is your platform. And the extension of your said platform is your consoles that didn't release yet. You already have a user base of 15 million. So that means any people that you garnered from your launch of your baby console going into this world, your baby console will grow into those shoes when those consoles are available at that pace, right? So let's say this, you remove Game Pass and they're beholden by the old metrics of Xbox Live and whatever that's there. The old metrics is, okay, we sold 5 million. We have 5 million new users. We have X amount of users that's on the old platform, but the new platform is the viability, right?
Right.
So you start at square one. You're fighting a battle with a competitor or a champion, because the PlayStation is the champion. You're fighting a battle against the champion that has bigger name recognition, more Game of the Year titles.
Facts.
A better resume than you. So think about it as a job interview. You go into a job interview, the dude looks bigger, stronger, faster, and has a better resume than you. Do you think you're going to get the job? But how do you get that job? You got to show them your individuality. Back to what I said in the beginning.
Facts.
Show them your individuality. Show them what makes you special. You stand out. This is always going to go back. I'm always going to give you science, man. All right, knowledge born cipher divine. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
You guys are going to get it. This is how real ones move. Real ones don't want to be identified as the same as another person. Looking into this man's eyes, I realized that he didn't want to just be the CEO of Xbox. He didn't want to just be the next name in a long line of good Xbox. He wants to be solidified as the best who ever did it. How is by changing the box that started at Xbox One trash, big VCR box, bulbous looking, weak, had a lot of problems. Xbox One X, that was his box.
Facts.
That Xbox S was his box. How you got 4K Blu-ray in your box and a competitor doesn't, and that's their tech?
That's a fact. He definitely.
That's how you get dominance.
That's a fact. That's how you get dominance, huh?
That's how you get dominance. How you get Maximus. You get Maximus by introducing Game Pass to the world. By telling people, we ain't giving you my numbers no more. And everybody's like, no, you got to give us the numbers.
Only those fiscal financials, though.
We ain't got to give you that.
They giving that.
No, but that's because they're open traded market. Right. They have to. People don't know business, don't understand certain things. They don't have to give you MPD metrics on what's being sold, but they have to give you market numbers because of the shareholders. That has to be done for potential shareholders to partake inside this. Because listen, if like my portfolio is through Merrill Lynch, brother, if I want to partake in this, I got to see what their fiscal numbers is to see if it's a viable stock that I want to purchase into. You can't hide those numbers when your IPO is in open market. Anyway,
that's right. Business.
I knew this dude was a real one because I've been around a lot of fake dudes and real dudes that stand tall. He's a stand tall, stand up dude. He doesn't ever run away from anything. If you ever look at him, he faces everything head on. Good, bad, or indifferent. The man takes his medicine and he moves on, and he has a plan. When dudes is playing checkers, he's playing chess. And he's 4 moves ahead of you.
That's a fact. Because
there's a huge difference.
The things he came out and said he wanted to do, everybody was scratching their head. They was clowning him. Oh, he's going to get fired. And now this dude looks like the original Bill Gates. He looks like a genius. I mean, and he doesn't say much. Work. He doesn't say much. He does a lot. He don't talk. He don't brag. He don't rub it in. When he said, "Yeah, my biggest competitor is not PlayStation and Nintendo," everybody scratched their head like, "What is he talking about?" He was really talking the 2 gaming giants,
Google and Amazon.
That just one of them tapped out,
and he applied the pressure in a chokehold, and he had to get that. Get up off me! Get up off me!
Right. He like that little quiet porcupine, and then when that big tiger try to eat him, them little pines hurt. So it's definitely. Well, I guess that's going to sum up what you thought. Well, I was going to finish saying that what you thought about his 7 years reign right now, because I think it's an amazing thing the way he turned around the image of Xbox, and it immediately happened in this generation right away. Like it was we bought these companies or we made these moves. Y'all gonna see the difference in 4 or 5 years. We're not even 8 months in. And it's been an amazing turnaround. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to the last subject, man. And I see the people in the chat. Everybody is lit. I appreciate y'all out here, man. And humbling to have my brother on with me. And it just is what it is. It's amazing that so many people come out and have supported this podcast. It's just amazing. And without y'all, there is no me, man. That's definitely, including my block brothers. And the team that over there at IOP, they supported me from day one. When is it coming out? When is it dropping?
He was getting on my nerves.
So we here to stay, and we're gonna get into this last subject. I want to tell y'all what it is, man, but this might be the first time y'all ever seen a commercial on a podcast. So I'm gonna drop something on y'all, and it's kind of self-explanatory. So we're gonna jump into that, and then we'll be right back.
Figure the page. 2 seam ain't enough. Multi-team is us. Man on third, don't second on third. I'ma have to clean it up. I done went gone, they all gone. Now Alien clean it up. That contract, they want me back. I'ma have to green it up. Gotta call wood if you got it. Ain't no stopping on the go. Gotta call wood if you got it. One lie, good in the show. Figure the page.
Now that y'all seen that, man, you know what this last subject is. I'm pretty sure my brother gonna give a whole lot of smoke. Man, with Game Pass getting Outriders Day 1, that was huge news for the consumer alone. Forget the other team over there of people with their fake cannon fodder, but now this might be the nail in the coffin. And I continuously keep saying that this is going to turn into a trend to put more eyes on games. As long as Game Pass is around, these deals will be made. So my block brother, with MLB 2K21 dropping in Game Pass on April 20th, what message do you have to the people as you and a couple other people have foresaw this happening? What's on your mind, brother? Speak to the people.
Told you. I told your ass. Y'all was laughing. I told you when Xbox was bright. Y'all was, you goofy clowns, man. First of all, this is for all you clowns.
Everyone say hello to my boy King David from
every
ILP.
last one of you that doubt everything that come out of my mouth. I done been right. Period. And then you got all these fake dudes now that want to be like, I was supporting the Xbox. Shut up. No, you wasn't. Shut up. No, you wasn't. I died, because I felt like, Phil was got, shut up. No, you wasn't. I was the only dude holding the front line. Period. The only dude vocal enough to tell Sony that, yo, this is for Sega. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. And it's not even gonna be sweet. It's gonna be bloody. It's going to be a bloody massacre. You're gonna bend the knee. And I told dudes this is their last console. Period. This is it. This is it. You know when I knew it was their last console? When they started closing stuff down. Hey, come closer, guys. They're picking us off one by one. Come here, come close, come close. This is what happens. Come close, guys. Come in.
Oh man,
we got to stick together. We're gonna close you down. But me, I'm Japan.
These are
this
the
is
facts.
what you know. I mean, this is what I do. You're done. We're gonna allocate you guys. Man, we out of here. We're gonna go other places. Might go over to that Microsoft dude. That Microsoft dude that's handing out the money right now that needs developers. See, in the beginning, Microsoft did this, right? Everybody's saying they don't have any games, so they went out and brought all these developers. And they kept them under their banner. Now, that within itself is a great thing. That will lead to other games being made in different genres, and they will be pushing that whole narrative forward. But what they did with the ZeniMax deal, which was different than them acquiring developers, is they actually went out and purchased something that was an operational state that can make, produce, and distribute on their own with little to no oversight, because they had a great track record in doing so before. So that's like going into a business that's already operational, slapping your name on the top, keeping their name, their brand intact, and making that business revenue come solely to you. Genius. Because anybody right now that can go to McDonald's and put on the top David's McDonald's and own all the McDonald's in the world, and that revenue comes to me, that's insane. Well, that's what Microsoft did. Something that's operational by itself with no problem, with little to no oversight, and just, give direction. We want this, and there it goes. All right. That's what they're in the position of purchasing now. Going forward, look for deals of that nature. Now, when Game Pass was announced, everybody said it was didn't have anything there. It was a breeding ground for mediocre to garbage games, a bunch of indie trash that nobody cares about. Then when Microsoft said date and date, we will put our own products date and date inside Game Pass. Well, the people, the detractors on the outside was like, Microsoft makes trash games anyway. Nobody cares. Nobody's buying. They don't buy games anyway. So, all right. So it doesn't matter. Then EA Access went inside Game Pass. Now, I had a separate subscription to EA Access, and then I canceled it because I wasn't using it. I guess EA looked at everybody that was canceling it and subscribing to Game Pass and said, hold on one second, let's try this. Put EA Access inside Game Pass, because remember, EA Access was exclusive to Xbox, and then it went over to Sony. So you would figure if they were making enough money being on both consoles, why put it inside Game Pass?
That's a fact.
Think. All right, so it's inside Game Pass. Now you have a ton of EA Access games inside Game Pass, along with Game Pass, and that was a plus. That was a boom. But people were saying, well, I don't play Madden, and that's all they got, and I don't care about that. That's not for me. Okay, ZeniMax deal. Oh. They dropped all these games inside Game Pass. Well, those are old
These
games.
are the
and
facts.
I don't care. And we get Deathloop anyway, and that stuff like that. All right, buddy, here's the gloves. The gloves is off. The gloves is off. The gloves is off now. Sony first party studio. How does this smell? How does this smell to you? Your first party studio game is launching in your competitor's platform the same day that yours come out. But for you to partake, you got to spend $70+ to get out.
That's
and all I
crazy.
got to do is go to my console and turn it on. Now, listen, I was going to troll you anyway. I had a whole video set up. I was going to GameStop. I was picking it up. I was going to have the la 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 music. I was going to pick up the game. I was going to go home because I was going to get a physical copy because I was going to do y'all dirty. Go home, put it in. I was going to act like I was putting it in my PlayStation and go, and then take it and put it inside my Xbox and be like, yo, it works. This is even better than that. This is even better than that. This is the greatest move that I've seen done by any CEO on either side. On either side. Could you imagine? Could you imagine right now if what's a game from Microsoft that, let's say whatever game in Microsoft launches the same day on Microsoft but launches in PlayStation Now first. Well, how does that smell?
Smells like a loss.
Now, this is how, and I heard one clown on my timeline talk about, well, they're making money both ways. They're getting that. Shut up. You can't spin this. You can't turn this. You can't flip it. You can't make it look right. You can't put no potpourri around this dead body. It's rotten. It's stink. It's bad. This is terrible. I told you Jim Dance Move Ryan was complicit long time ago, and you guys thought I was joking. He is in pocket. You ever seen a dude in pocket with whatever you doing? I don't care what y'all doing. I'm in pocket with you. But you work for those dudes. I don't care. He's that dude. He's that dude. So, okay. So he's in pocket now. He's complicit with what's going on in the situation. Here's where the worry comes in. This is where the fear sets in. Oh, well, that's only baseball because MLB told us to do it. Yo, what if I tell you all 22 million people on Xbox download that game? What if all 22 million people on Xbox download that game? 22 million ain't buying it on PlayStation. But see, this is a high possibility. If all 22 million people download that game, just download it. Just download that game because you know you get a chance to see the downloads. And let's just say half of that play it. Sony looks at those metrics. And that number leaps out across the boards to them. What do you think happens when they have another game that they say, well, hell, we don't have no way of getting 22 million to put eyeballs on our stuff right now. We only got probably 4 million sold now. So 22 million is crazy. Plus the 4 that we got. How about we can do this across the boards? And this dude is complicit. You're PlayStation Studios now. When they changed the name, they allowed themselves to be a third-person entity to place games on other platforms like the PC and like Xbox.
That's right. That's 100%.
You are laughing at the viability in Game Pass, and they got your first party baseball game day one. You got to pay. I don't. I just got to walk to my living room, sit down, and swing, swing out of here. You messed up. The fight is over. What happens if it happens to God of War? That'll never happen, King. When you said that to baseball, look what we got.
I think that would be our childhood memories of finish him.
I heard finish him. I heard finish him when they said it was coming to Xbox to begin with. Day and date.
Yeah, I'm still shaking my head. Shout out to Game Pass for ruining my giveaways. They put 2 games on giveaways on Game Pass that I was giving away. So I told people, I'm gonna give away It Takes Two next week. Whoever comments on my video, and for April, I don't know. We're gonna figure it out again because both of those games were supposed to be my my giveaways for March and April, and Game Pass and put a fork in my behind. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all using that Game Pass app to put those codes in, because you're gonna get 5+ points and a couple dollars towards your next game if you got them codes going in. First come, first serve. So whoever type fastest will be the winners of them goddamn codes. I don't know what else to tell y'all. But, bro, it's been a pleasure, man. And I've been telling my team over there on here, the Dragons Den. I see my guy needs to get in here, and he gonna kill me if I don't get him. He got to get on that den. So I appreciate you for coming by, bro, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat. The entertainment has been crazy in there. I see y'all just, man, y'all vicious today in them chats. Usually it's kind of like laid back, but boy, I guess.
Nah, I give them the ammo.
The
I give y'all the ammo. Go for it. You get that ammo. I give you that rocket fuel to go get that. Go get that.
One of them big ass statues and dropped it straight on your head. And it's probably one of them green Hulk statues that go on top of that black and green Xbox. But yeah,
right
bro,
next to the refrigerator.
It's been a pleasure having you, man, and I hope to have you back with the rest of the panel.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing but brotherly love over here. You know how we give it up. Tell them what you got coming up, man. Everybody already know where you at, but just tell them what you got going on, man.
Well, I got King of the Statues that's being done. I mean, all I got to do is, record my segment and stuff like that. But I've been working on these rooms in here. I got DCX on Fridays, 9 p.m. That's Dolph Castle X. Go there, subscribe. That's where we talk about statues and stuff like that, movies, entertainment. We had a long diatribe talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Right.
Oh, tomorrow, 1 p.m. we're doing on ILP's channel. The normal show won't be there. We're going to do the spoiler cast of Godzilla versus Kong. We're going to go in depth on that phenomenal movie. And that's we'll be doing a lot of that stuff going forward, so you can check that out on our channel. Roundtable reviews. Tuesday, we have an industry insider that you do not want to miss at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right. Trust me, you do not want to miss that interview. I mean, we have heavy hitters like Jason Ronalds.
Everyone say hello to my boy King David from ILP.
Other heavy hitters. I don't want to, forget you guys, but we have serious heavy hitters on Iron Lord's podcast, every week. So, check us out. This Sunday is just going to be a little bit different. We're doing roundtable reviews. We wanted to give you content. I push very heavily for this dude. For this guys, so this way that you did have something on your Sundays that you're used to us being up and active. And on Tuesday, we're gonna give y'all that full show, that show that you're looking for, with an industry insider that's pretty sure to rock the world. And if y'all thought you got some information from when Jason, the greatest beard in the business, Ronalds, said something that was truly amazing, I'm pretty sure that y'all gonna see some stuff happening on Tuesday that's gonna blow your socks off for real. So see y'all then, and catch me on Twitter. Well, I'm out here actively beating the hell out of trolls, and I'm a troll myself. So Master Troll beats Little Troll. Big bank eats little bank all day.
And let me tell you something about my brother real quick that I think is absolutely amazing. And on his DCX podcast that they do, they also do those live unboxings and putting these statues together. I thought that was, I'm always tuning in every time when y'all doing that, man. I think that's amazing. And much success to y'all, man. And I see no matter how much your channel grows, y'all keep regular content creators plus the industry people on deck, man. So you don't forget where you came from. These guys are very, very humble, straight up real dudes, man. And I gotta give you that shout out, because the work y'all do over there, bro, is just absolutely amazing. And the way y'all team comes together and forms Voltron is stunning. It's stunning to me. And anybody in here that's not subscribed, please go over there, check them guys out, give them your attention, especially one of the funniest podcasts out here, man. Great energy, great group of brothers, man. That's a fact. And with that being said, man, we are out of here. Well, I'll see y'all next Saturday. Don't forget the giveaway this week. You got to make a comment if you're interested in getting it. I ain't giving somebody a game they already got or they don't want. So this month for March it's supposed to be It Takes Two, which is an awesome game. And I watched you in Addict
Hell
Stream.
yeah.
And then
we doing it again on Monday.
Yo, I was like, this game was dope. Like, I
It
didn't expect nothing from it.
It's legitly fun. It's
Yeah,
legitly
facts.
fun. I think this is one of the best EA games since A Way Out. And same developer,
Right.
same beautiful mind. He understands what couch co-op, what co-op games are supposed to be, and he understands how to facilitate fun in working together. So,
and let me shout out my boy Yobi in the chat, man. I see you working out there in these streets. I see you, bro. I appreciate you. Listen, people, as I always say, man, go out and have some good times. Enjoy your family. This pandemic has definitely gave us all a reality check. And as always, bring your game and not your name. Dude.